right, buckle up, Pat Buchanan fans, history buffs, and political junkies, because we're about to dive into the fiery world of Pat Buchanan. Born in 1938 into a strict Roman Catholic family, Buchanan's worldview was shaped by traditional values from the get-go. He honed his journalistic chops at a conservative newspaper before stepping into the tumultuous arena of presidential politics. And when he stepped in, he didn't just walk, he charged. As an advisor and speechwriter to Presidents Nixon, Ford, and Reagan, Buchanan wasn't just penning words, he was shaping the narrative, famously coining the phrase, the silent majority for Nixon, and helping craft the Southern strategy. His influence was less about direct policymaking in those later roles, and more about injecting a raw, unapologetic conservative voice into the White House. But it was in the 1990s that Buchanan truly became a household name, though not always for reasons his opponents appreciated, particularly on cultural and social issues and his controversial statements regarding Israel. His stance on immigration is firm, highly restrictive. He argued that large-scale, non-European immigration fundamentally changes America's cultural identity and strains its resources, famously asking whether 1 million immigrants from England would assimilate into Virginia easier than 1 million Zulus. His foreign policy is decidedly non-interventionist, advocating for America to avoid foreign entanglements and not act as the world's policeman. This non-interventionism often extended to a strong critique of Israel. Buchanan famously asserted that Capitol Hill is Israeli-occupied territory, and that only two groups are beating the drums for war in the Middle East: the Israeli Defense Ministry and its Amen Corner in the United States. He viewed strong U.S. support for Israel as a drain on American resources and a potential cause of entanglement in Middle Eastern conflicts, driven by a lobby that he believed prioritized Israeli interests over those of the U.S. When you think of Pat Buchanan, think old right. Buchanan is a pugilist of politics. He's not afraid to throw rhetorical punches, often directly at the establishment, the media, or anyone he saw as undermining his vision of America. Remember his 1992 culture war speech at the Republican National Convention? He declared a religious war for the soul of America, alienating many but electrifying his base. He was the peasants with pitchforks guy, articulating the anger of those who felt left behind. He can be considered the paleoconservative pioneer. What is a paleoconservative? These folks see themselves as standing against the tide of modern conservatism, often defining themselves in opposition to neoconservatism, where neocons often supported spreading democracy through intervention. Paleocons prioritize preserving a distinct American identity. They believe in traditionalism above all, upholding long-established customs, social structures, and especially what they see as America's Anglo-Saxon and Christian heritage. This includes reverence for the traditional family and traditional gender roles. They view multiculturalism and modern diversity initiatives as threats to national cohesion. They are fierce nationalists, championing an America First philosophy that puts national sovereignty and domestic interests above global alliances or institutions. Buchanan often argued that free trade, for instance, was a betrayal of American workers, sending jobs overseas and hollowing out industries, a core tenet of his economic nationalism. He'd lament the decline of manufacturing and call for protectionist policies to defend American jobs. Whether you agree with him or vehemently oppose him, Pat Buchanan remains a monumental and often controversial figure in the ongoing saga of American political thought. Yet, his influence is undeniable. He carved out a path for right-wing populism, laying groundwork that future political figures, like Donald Trump, would walk. A man who forged a path in American conservatism that, for better or worse, continues to echo in our politics today. Thanks for watching. To all out there,